Hey everyone, so I just wanted to quickly show you my favorite soldering tools and also quickly explain why I think you should purchase a soldering gun in addition to your soldering iron, right? So soldering irons are especially suited for things like smaller wires, and in some cases they can work for somewhat thick wires like these, and tougher types of wires as well. But they're most useful for small things. And those things are common, so you should always have one of those on hand. But also, a soldering gun is kind of well, certainly a pleasure to have. And whether it's Stanley or one of the many other brands, they're a pleasure to have because many of them are equipped with an inductive heating, an inductive heater. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see much in there, but there's there's a transformer in here, and what that means is it can heat up in a matter of seconds when you squeeze the trigger. You'd have to put it on and wait minutes for it to heat up. You just squeeze the trigger, count to 3 or 6, depending on how hot you want it. And it will be hot enough. Then you can just start soldering, and then you can just wipe the tip on your wet sponge or whatever it is to clean it off. And also, they're often equipped with that light there. So that's convenient to illuminate the work area. And as I said, they're not all the same. Okay, so soldering guns are especially convenient for thick wires, right? So this may come in handy if you're working with wires that are 4 millimeters or 6 millimeters. I think if I remember correctly, this one is 2.5, but nonetheless, I still have an easier time with it using the soldering gun than I do with the soldering iron. So there's that, and so wattage matters. Soldering gun. So this one is 100 watts, which has turned out to be adequate for what I've been doing so far. But I haven't tried it on, you know, obscenely thick wire yet. Right. So these nice colorful things here are pieces of heat shrink tubing. So this is a sort of pack that I purchased, and it comes in several different sizes because heat shrink tubing generally shrinks to about half the size that you're seeing here. Half of its original size when you heat it up with hot air. Oh, by the way, for one of my other favorite tools, which I use to apply heat shrink tubing just by heating it up, is drilling station. So here's one, something that you just turn on, pick this up, and then just bring hot air basically. You can set the temperature. So it gives you a great deal of control over the temperature. And it's nice to have that on your desk. And of course, I have 2 different gauges of solder here, and solder and flux as well, right? So this flux is very convenient because, or but flux in general, because you paint it on the wires that you want to solder together, or other items wherever applicable, and then you heat it up with the soldering gun or iron, and then once it reaches a certain temperature, you can just apply, start pressing a piece of the solder onto it, and then it will just flow in, but almost effortlessly, but actually effortlessly, if done right, into the wires, and it goes in between them, and you can end up with a very, very strong bond, which is not going to break easily. So this is a thin gauge which I use for things like thin wires and in awkward situations where it may be harder to melt solder. And this is a thicker gauge, which is especially useful for very thick wires. So it's good to have both of these handy. And what else? So aside from that, so what I usually do is I solder wires, and then or if I'm soldering a terminal or something to a wire, and then I slide on but I started on heat shrink tubing first, and then I solder, and then I started heat shrink tubing over the soldered ends, and then I applied hot air using the rework station, and then heat shrink tubing is slightly rubbery and wet plastic as well, and then it kind of just forms a airtight, and in some cases, if you're lucky, watertight bond seal over whatever it is that you're trying to protect, and that helps to prevent things like corrosion and dirt getting into your projects. So that is always handy, and of course the sponge itself. Yep, wet sponge is definitely something to keep handy for your soldering guns, that you can wipe them off to clean oxidation off the tips, and that's actually pretty much it. Of course, a bottle of some form of cleaning solution. Yeah. Oh, where was that? Okay, I don't have it nearby, unfortunately, but things like isopropyl alcohol and contact cleaner can be used to clean off flux in some cases, so that's useful as well. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you're using all of these tools in the way that I mentioned, soldering is actually very easy. Thanks for watching.